in your spiritual life, you appreciate how much the Guru is giving, how much information, knowledge, and he's teaching us how to love Krishna. So this is basically very, very valuable. And then naturally, spontaneously, there comes this desire to serve the Guru. And I started like that, like after 6 months after meeting Babaji, and basically you just approach Babaji and you say, this is who I am, this is what I can offer, these are my skills, this is my situation, I want to learn from you, surrender, like that. But really the best thing is that from your own intelligence, from your own initiative, you see what is needed and you fill the gap. You know, you see, oh, I'm expert in, like, we're doing so much, for example, programming and social networking and all this. So you would say, oh, I'm a good programmer, so let me join to this. Or let me join to this other project about feeding children in India. So there's so many projects and so many ways to serve the Guru. But it's very like boring if someone has to come and tell you, hey, you should participate here and you should participate there. It always comes from initiative, because that means you really have some love for the Guru. You appreciate what the Guru is doing. So this is what I would recommend, this kind of mood. I don't know if you have further questions in regards to that.
While you were answering, he asked the question, what can I do to serve Babaji? And I guess you just responded to that.
Exactly. It may seem that Babaji is like Superman because like he's on YouTube and a big website and everything is like big, you know. But you would be amazed that you can actually email him, and if you send something very full of love and like that, he will respond and he will be very much, he will appreciate this mood from you. But most people really don't approach Babaji for service. Mostly they approach for business or exchange of, I'll give you this and you'll give me that, you know. That's not, well, that's neophyte. That's the neophyte stage. But later on you appreciate more from what the Guru is giving, and then you naturally want to give. And this develops until you give everything, and then suddenly you wake up and you're in Chile.
Going to India.
You're going to India or something like that.
There's another question from Divyesh.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment I am chanting 10 rounds minimum, but everyone keeps telling me to chant 16. Should I take my time? Mother Swati asked the question, do you have a bona fide Guru? He said, no. Srila Prabhupada is there for me. That is the background, and this is his question.
Okay. Well, you need a Guru. I mean, Prabhupada is nice. He gives so much instructions in his books and like that, but really, I mean, without a Guru, how can you learn? This idea of, like, in Christianity is very frequent, that, oh, Jesus is my Guru. Jesus is my Guru. But where's Jesus? I mean, and then they say, oh, yes, it's in my heart or whatever. Well, yeah, yes. But so many things, especially like all these anarthas we've been reviewing the last week, all these bad qualities, so many things that are very dirty in the heart. How can you learn all that without a Guru? It's almost like impossible, really. So the first thing is really, you should look for a Guru, and you should study very carefully all the spiritual persons you know and who's on the highest platform and like that. About your chanting, the minimum recommended as the original standard is 64 rounds a day. So if you're chanting 10, well, yeah, it's kind of far away from that. But the thing is not to make it like too stressful, or if you just simply can't because you have a job or something like that, then just take it one step at a time. It's a gradual process. Babaji has mentioned several times that it's not a sprint. This is more like a marathon. So keep it steady, and if you're chanting 10, then keep that steady until you can increase, and then keep that steady and like that. That's my best opinion.
Question from Ronald. Can we replace chanting by reading scriptures if we can't chant?
No. Reading scriptures helps you understand more about spiritual life and like that. It helps you with all this ontology, helps you to understand a different point of view. We're used from the point of view of material life. So reading the scriptures and like that gives you the point of view, or the real point of view, or Krishna's point of view. So this helps a lot for understanding. But chanting is not replaceable. Chanting, precisely when you do the chanting, there's the cleansing of the heart. So you might read many books, but if the heart is dirty, it's not very successful. Then you become like an academic or a scholar, just knowledge, you know. And that's usually very pathetic. It just leads to a very dry heart, you know, and that's not very nice.
I just want to add to it, even a self-realized soul is not. Even a self-realized.
Yeah, you have to unmute.
Yeah. Even a self-realized soul is not excused from chanting. So you chant in any stage, in the neophyte stage, and in the second stage, and when you get self-realized, you continue to chant. So it's everyone does that.
Yeah, at the beginning, chanting seems like painful. So
yeah.
You're thinking, how can I stop chanting, or which should I do? Right? This is very neophyte. It means you have to develop your love for Krishna. Chanting is something that is very beautiful and like that.
And it also means that when it's painful, that means you have some dirty things in your heart. And the holy name reveals that to you.
Yeah.
So you have to work on that.
Yes.
There's a question for Kanai. Amit is wondering why you haven't posted a YouTube video in a while.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I had inspiration a few days ago to do it, and I went for my camera and I picked it up and went, why bother? I just want to do more service, I want to chant more, I want to read more, I want to study more, and when I'm out videoing myself, it's like, nah, I want to just do more service rather than listen to my own voice.
There is one way to understand spiritual life from an analogy. We were talking about that 2 days ago. It's a very nice way to understand, at least from outside, or in a more like a story kind of way, what spiritual life is and how it works. The material life or material consciousness is considered like a forest, or that we are in the middle of a forest of delusion. So imagine we are not only in the forest of delusion, but we are blind. And you could imagine that situation. Forest is always dangerous, you know. And there's a goal to reach. There's a place to go, to get outside of the forest. And that is the other, like, and on the other side of the forest, that's where the Guru is, where Krishna, where the spiritual world is. So they are from their platform saying to everybody, come on over here. Here it is safe. Get out of the forest. And so many people, well, they don't believe that. They ignore the message, and they are blind, and they just keep going in circles, and they trip over once and again. Some others start hearing, and from the ones who hear,